Hi, I'm Chirantan BK. I'm going to join Electrical Bombay, IT Bombay Electrical. In this video, I'll talk about how to work smart. See, toppers don't work hard, they work smart. That's why they're ahead of most people, right? I have seen many kids who work brute hard, right? Just hard work, but they don't get what they deserve. So, in this video, I'll basically go over some points or habits which you need to inculcate so that you can start to work, smarter, so that you can work efficiently than most people and can get ahead of most people, even though you may not be capable of working that hard. You may not be capable of working 16 hours or 14 hours. You can just get that work done in 10 hours with proper things. So let's begin. First of all, we have to talk about goal setting. It is one of the most important things. Now, there are two types of goals. One is a long-term goal and one is a short-term goal. Long-term goals are, let's say you want to achieve rank under 5,000 or 1,000 or 100. So what you have to do for these long-term goals are, you have to write it down on your board. Let's say I want to achieve this rank and just write it down. Okay? Now the funny part is I wrote down rank under 100. I didn't achieve it, but I came close, you could say, right? So the thing, like, you get motivated. Goal setting is a medium of motivation, you could say. It's a way of motivation, so that is very important. Second thing, short-term goals are, let's say you want to achieve X rank in the upcoming weekly tests or X marks in upcoming weekly tests. These are short-term goals. So the long-term goals are what is going to decide your future, and short-term goals are what is going to lead you to the long-term goals. So first we have to set goals accordingly. First you have to set a long-term goal. Just take it on a board or pinboard, whatever you have. Planning is very important, because without planning you're just like a pilot with a broken compass, right? Planning is basically going from A to B, where A is nothing and B is your goal. It could be rank 416 or whatever rank you wish like. Now, going ahead, you don't have to worry about the bigger picture. If you're going to coaching or even if you're going to school, you don't have to worry about the whole syllabus, because it will be followed and it will be planned according to school or coaching. You have to worry about the daily or the weekly plans. And in my case, I didn't plan weekly, I planned daily. I planned the next day on today's night, let's say, for example. So what I did was I would basically list out 10 things which I knew I can do it for sure on the next day. But just in case, let's say I did the 10 things and I have free time, so I listed out 1 or 2 things which are optional, which were not that important, so that even if I completed those 10 things, if I have my time left, then I could solve this, I could complete this and could be ahead of my class, or I could solve more material so that I can practice more. This was basically what I did. And the psychology behind planning is what I understand. It is a bit weird, but just go through, just follow, just listen to me. Every day you wake up with a given brain points, and these brain points get, they are used every time you take a decision, whatever it may be. So whenever you are planning, let's say I have to do this. So whenever you are planning, you will lose some brain points, you will lose some brain energy. So for that reason, planning is very important. You have to plan in advance. You have to decide what you have to do the next day in advance. That is the psychology behind planning, from what I understand. That is why you might have heard that Steve Jobs wears the same shirt, because he don't want to waste his energy deciding which t-shirt he wants to wear today. So that's the logic behind these things. Now talking about hard work. See, smart work is nothing if you can't do the thing on time. Like, planning is all a waste if you can't do the thing you had planned in advance on time. So hard work is important. Not just smart work will get you anywhere and just hard work will get you. You have to have both. You have to have the intelligence to use hard work in a proper manner. Hard work is more like a motor to your boat, and smart work is like the rudder which changes direction. So both of these are important for each. Now some people may have heard about the 80-20 principle. Basically what it says is that 80% of the results achieved are the products of the 20% of the work done. Now you don't have to calculate, right, or like this amount of work will get me this, this will help, or blah 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 something. What you have to do is you have to solve selected problems. Now what are selected problems? They are like important questions which will help you understand the concept in a short manner, in a quick time, rather than going through the same boring problems again and again. They are selected problems and they are intriguing, right? You'll get stuck in them at some or the other point, and these are very important. And basically all coachings provide these materials on their own, and those are enough for getting good rank in JEE. From what I believe, you can do reference books if you want to do after you have completed these books. Other than that, if you are just moving on to reference books, it's of no use. First you have to do these modules. This will help you get a bit of grasp, the fundamentals. It will build the fundamentals over which you can then solve the reference book easily. That's all I have to say for today. Thank you for watching.